Hey, good evening, traders. This is Jeff from Zentrader, and yes, my voice is still on the fritz, but I'm going to try to make it through this video because I just wanted to give you an update. I really thought that my timing signal, which we're essentially right where I got my signal to go short. The market has basically gone down and then come right back up to where it's at, and that's why it's important to take some profits when you've got some. I actually took, what was it, about 3/4 off the table, fairly low, and then I watched a quarter of my the quarter that I had left basically give back all of their gains, and then I shorted some more yesterday. And I thought today my signal was going to flip, but it didn't. Now, I was fully prepared to cover, but at the end of the day today, but it didn't happen. My signal didn't flip, so I'm going to remain short over the weekend. I do have BHI as a hedge, and I don't want to appear overly bearish because It's not that I'm a perma bear or anything. I just want to see this signal through, because we could be at a point where the markets are, could start selling off. I mean, hey, we may see new highs next week on the Dow. We're about at 160 points off of yearly highs. However, you can see here that the volume has been declining. So, I mean, really, who's buying this rally? It appears, this feels like the summer doldrum months of August, with volume barely not even going above the 60-day EMA. So you've got that to consider. I'm not always in the volume is all important camp, but there are a number of other signs on the NASDAQ charts here that I'm going to show you. The NASDAQ summation index still negative after the markets have been rallying. Although these candles are getting smaller and smaller, and this is an area where we could see, a white candle. The RSI is quite oversold. So, but here you've got the NASDAQ basically settling right at the 50-day moving average, peaking above it. I actually thought we were going to go negative by the end of the day, the way the market started to sell off midday. We had given back half our gains with about 90 minutes to go, and I really thought that it may gain some momentum and just sell off into the weekend, but it didn't. Up 6 points. However, that could be just about all we're going to get. We're above the neckline here on this head and shoulders that I have drawn out on numerous times on the 60-minute chart. Yeah, we're above that neckline. However, we haven't gone above this right shoulder, which would negate the pattern. So I would say that's still in play. Here's a little bit of market sentiment, or rather market internals. The NASDAQ 100 percentage of stocks above the 50-day moving average. We peaked here in mid-October, and we did a number of series of lower lows and lower highs. And I drew this channel here, and we're basically right at the bottom line of that channel. So this would be a logical place for the markets to turn around. It does seem that there are a lot of people bullish. A lot of people expect this markets to go higher. So, what side of the boat are the majority of the people on? My theory, I have a theory about why this market's rising, and it has to do with the commodity prices rising and people just wanting to put their money somewhere because they don't want to have it in the bank. Deep down, I think that's why the markets are rising, because just no other, there's no good place to put your money. So, you don't want to have your money in a savings account and just getting eaten away with inflation. Bonds, garbage there. If you look at this chart of the daily NASDAQ, I drew this trend line on the RSI. We have not broken that. We have turned up on the MACD, but I'm not a big follower of the MACD for turn ups. I mostly use it when the markets are peaking. But other than that, I remain short, and we'll see what happens next